Blessings, everyone. Today I'm being pulled to use an actual tarot deck, and I am not a tarot reader. I use the oracles, the different oracle decks, to help focus in on a message that's coming from the higher dimensions. But today I'm being very drawn to do the Angel Wisdom Tarot. And again, I am not familiar with the tarot deck, so I don't use these in the way that most tarot readers do. Again, it's just a gateway for me. It kind of like when people are scrying or they're using a pendulum, they're asking questions and they're just letting that energy come through. This is a physical kind of manifestation for me to just bring the energy through and bring a message. So this is my first time using this deck, so I ask for your patience. What I am using is the Tibetan bells, and I ring these 3 times. 1 for source, 1 is spirit, and 1 is soul, and it helps to bring the energy up and clear the space. First, I would like to say thank you to Source for allowing me to be a medium of light. And I ask the angels that have guided me to this to please step forward and help me to bring a message for the highest good. Thank you. And again, I just shuffle the deck. I always do 3. 1 is source, 1 is spirit, and 1 is soul. And that embodies the Trinity for me. So 1 more. And how I always work this is after I've shuffled, I just pull the deck, pull on the cards, move them around, and whichever card is distinctly raised or moves in the deck a certain way, if it falls out of the deck, Spirit pulls me to that. That's exactly the one that I take. And so this is how I do this. Okay. Sometimes they don't. It's too many. And they ask me to intuitively, which is rare, but pick from them. Okay, I have. This is raised up. This one is news worth celebrating, joyful announcements like engagements, weddings, pregnancy, or graduation. A time for gratitude, close communities, or chosen families. And so this is very beautiful because we all know that a lot of this time of year, a lot of our youth are graduating and they're starting a new cycle in life. And whether it's from college or high school, wherever they are on their journey. So the celebration makes sense. And this is the Trinity. It always comes in 3s for me. So the message is, right now, I'm not reading this as a traditional tarot. I know that there is a meaning for this in that sense. So please take whatever else you are familiar with from this. But I'm using this as an open gateway for the messages. And this is what they're talking about, the embodiment of the Trinity. This is higher self. This is our connection to source. This is spirit. And this is soul. That is our story here. That is our small piece that's coming from source, our expression, our expanded awareness expressing itself in love. And this is what we embody here. And there's an alignment of all 3. And so you could see the celebration. And another thing they're bringing me towards is there is a spiral. I hope that's coming in clear. And it looks like it's in a raindrop. So they're saying it's a renewal. And the spiral is a sacred symbol that they always bring to me. And that means, in my frame of reference, when I see the spiral, that there is something, there's something that we're all graduating from. We're moving up the spiral. So there's another level that's coming at this stage in all of our lives. When they speak of the graduation, they speak of the spiral, and that is going up. And the raindrop is a renewal, it's a cleansing. So there's an acknowledgement that what we're working on right now, what we're going through, we've accomplished a cycle, we're moving up. And some of the old karmic patterns and things, they've been reiterating this a lot in some of the readings, have been washed away. That we don't have to focus on that so much anymore. And so I believe this would be the Three of Cups. And that's something that they're just bringing my focus on, is that everybody, there's the two angels there, and then we have this person that's just getting their wings. And so they're saying that once we align, we fill the cups. We've collected all the lessons. We've got the wisdom. We're gaining our wings, so to speak, where as we're moving up to the next level, we're starting to kind of become aware of the shift, that this time we don't have to focus on the ascension. And they know that they're bringing through the message. They know that a lot of people, with the resonance changes recently, it's been very strong, and everybody's been talking about symptoms and things like that. They're saying that we don't have to go through that anymore. That once we've come through the other side of this, that there's not going to always be these flu-y symptoms or these headaches or these weird feelings as we go up the spiral and we're ascending, that it's going to be more of a natural flow. And so the moon is very prevalent above the tree in the back, and they're bringing my attention to that. And they're saying that everything that is hidden is now blossoming. The tree represents, they're saying, the tree of life, the growth, the renewal. So there's a balance there. There's this beautiful balance, the alignment, the Trinity. We don't need all those hidden things. I know that they're bringing up Pluto, which is the planet of the hidden things, and they're saying that we don't need to stay in that space. That all that was hidden, it's already in alignment. It's already being revealed. It's in a state of being washed away, but growing. There's a new renewal. They just keep using the term blossoming, that it's expanding, that it's like a breath. The tree represents the exchange, the transmutation. It's in symbiotic relationship with us. And so this is something that they want to bring through, that we're going to be noticing a lot of not just synchronicities, but they want us to pay attention to the symbiotic relationship of everything right now. That this is a very strong key to really moving through some of the symptoms that everybody is noticing with ascension and moving up the spiral and going to the next level of energy. They're saying that in the symbiosis of this is where we're going to find the keys, that we don't have to process it that way anymore. We are working alongside with all of these things. And a lot of it is found in nature. They are making note to share the message that they see everyone is starting to share what they've found on social media with all of these natural remedies, and discovering the energy that's in some of the gardening tools that we're using with the copper wire. And they're saying that all the different enzymes and tinctures that everybody is using and making from all that's natural, that the symbiosis is that beautiful balance. It's the Trinity. It's what's going to eliminate all of the things as we go up the spiral that we're experiencing. And they're saying, pay attention. It's not that we're out of alignment when we're feeling these symptoms, the headaches, or maybe it feels a little weird, awkward. They're saying that these are the things that's just a nudge to let us know that we have to find the symbiosis. Not so much the homeostasis, because that will come on its own accord, but just to allow that relationship with nature to find that stabilization, that exchange, and that keeps the energy flowing. And another thing they're saying is to go out barefoot. That was a message that came through to me in another reading recently, is to just go out and ground. That's so very important, because we're starting to, they're talking about the magnetic shift, the shift in the earth, the pole shift. And we're starting to utilize some of this energy. And they're saying that the core of Mother Earth right now is very, very active. There is a supercharge. She's trying to rebalance herself. And through this, as she's doing this, this is taking place with the resonance. Everybody's seeing the Schumann resonance that's been supercharged lately. Not only is it aligning us and giving us different codes and awakening the DNA, but it's also doing this with Mother Earth. And this is another key to us in that symbiotic relationship. Go outside and just stand barefoot. If you can't stand, sit in a chair and allow that resonance, because as we're using the gardening and we're using the copper wire and we're doing things like this, we ourselves are that same symbiosis. We're running the energy of Mother Earth, where we're allowing that magnetic resonance to balance within us. And they're encouraging, actually, they're drawing my attention. They're speaking again of the spiral with the magnetic charge. They're saying to work with copper if it's available for you, not just in your garden, but to put it on. There's something about this. Again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not very, my chemistry is lacking a little bit. So I can't say for sure in that sense of what they're speaking about. I'm sure that they'll give it to me later and I'll write about this in a blog, but they're speaking of the resonance with the copper, and a lot of us are working with our crystals. They say also, besides the crystals, the beautiful stones that we find on the beach or even in our garden by a lake. It doesn't have to be a quartz type crystal or something that you would get that's created under pressure. They're saying that we can also use the stones that we find in our garden, at a lake, at the beach. They just keep using the term river rocks. So if we are working with these type of stones, just know that there's something about this. There's some kind of grounding that takes place with these stones that we can also use when we're out with our bare feet, connecting to Mother Earth. And so they're pulling their energy back. They're saying that that's a strong enough message. And there's just one, they're reminding me, they're saying joy, just let in the joy. That as we go up the spiral, and as we fill our cups, as we're aligning in the Trinity, we have to notice the joy, not to stay in that space. And maybe this is a specific message if this resonates. They're saying that they're noticing that some of us keep holding on to the idea that, well, it's good, but we know that it's a cycle, a circle, and something rough is going to be coming. And there's a fear of just feeling the joy, that we're always waiting for the next thing to occur, some kind of travesty. They're saying, please step out of this space. As you go up the spiral, as you're in the symbiosis, we need to release. That's what the water and the copper spiral, they keep bringing that up. We have to let things wash away. We have to renew in that. It's raining outside. We have to renew in that quenching, that water of life, the living waters. So drink lots of water. Stay in the shower a little extra. Take a bath. Go stand in the rain. Allow that. And as we do this, that symbiotic relationship, allow that water. Say our prayers over the water, or create our intentions, create moon water, they're saying, and take that in. And as we're running the energy with our chakras and we're grounding, fill ourselves up with the water of intention, the water of life. And that will help. That will help the symbiosis. So all my love and many blessings, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to share this message with you.